Hello, Aries. It's umomgtarot, and this is your astro oracle reading. We're going to use the astrology reading cards to figure out what should come to your attention this week, most of all. Alright, so here's your first card. So this week you're paying attention to the 8th house, and this is the transformational area of your life. It's about shared resources and intense emotions. So you guys are going deep this week, eh? Very, very deep. Very deep. Elbow deep. Some of you guys are very oriented around that house. This 8th house is also the house of death. I don't know why it doesn't say that there, but I guess transformational area of life is when you transform into not alive, and it deals with the afterlife as well. This is also a time period in the Scorpio season, so we might be dealing with situations that start then or will pick up then. But you're dealing with, we're talking about your 8th house here. Who is having the most impact in your 8th house right now? We have the Capricorn energy. And the energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. So this might even be somebody associated with business, work. This could also be a paternal figure as well. Somebody giving us the Capricorn energy will typically be very about their social life and social status as well. Wanting fine things, wanting to be practical, but ambitious as well. Somewhat emotionally detached and strategic. So that's who the type of person we're dealing with when it comes to your 8th house, the transformational area of your life and shared resources. This person is looking for opportunity. So it makes me wonder what kind of energy they're bringing towards this. Of course you're bringing Venus. Of course you're bringing the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and values. So the thing that stands out to me is the 8th house talking about shared resources and intense emotions. Capricorns can be quite cold, so that those emotions might fall on your plate. You may be very emotional, you may be very impulsive. You're ruled by Mars, so Mars and Venus are usually a nice little balance with each other. However, Capricorn with those ambitious ways is where it hits you, because it's very Aries like, that ambition, and that Aries is associated with Mars as well. And so we have kind of like a there could be, it's like if you, well, okay, so 8th house is the house of inheritance, right? So it's almost like if, you know, you had a death in the family and you had somebody with you and they're gonna try to, it should be 50-50, right? Let's say you're siblings and there's an inheritance to get, it should be 50-50. But what if there was no will and this person is the executor, so they get 100%, and then they're supposed to give you the 50% out of a moral thing or whatever. This could result in the person giving you like 30%, and it being fair, because this is a business fee, this is me doing the legwork fee, this is me doing Capricorn energy. Okay, the part that likes to be ambitious and successful and win, and sometimes that really deviates from the rules of matters of the heart. So you could be dealing with someone like that. Let's have a look at the Tattoo Tarot and just kind of go in a little bit. So what's the advice? What's the advice when dealing with this person in the 8th house? Okay, you want to fly out at me? Oh my god, again, we have the 4 of Wands flying out, and this is a Twin Flame card, this is a Soulmate card, this is the think bigger picture, think that this person matters to you in your life in the long term. Think that maybe if you can't communicate your feelings or thoughts or whatever, is the situation bigger than the relationship as a whole, as the damage to the relationship as a whole. Do you understand this person's thought process, because they've always been this way? They're ambitious, they have to seize the opportunities, so you're not personally offended. You know, it's about managing your connections and managing your intense emotions when it comes to the mundane tasks of life, and also just matters that can be diffused before they turn into, you know, an inferno. Then we have the 9 of Coins. I see that this person is more acumen when it comes to business, and maybe it's calling for you to be a little bit more independent when it comes to paperwork, or a little more thorough in who you trust and who you, like, you know, don't just sign because they said so. Read it over. This 9 of Coins is like maybe that they could take advantage of the fact that you're not as thorough as you could be, or you're not as independent or recognized to be as thorough and independent and, you know, organized as a Capricorn is, or as the Capricorn is. Then we have the 6 of Swords. We're talking moving on, moving forward. Let's hope that it's together. Let's hope that it's still working things out. But we do have that, hey, move on, especially if it means defusing the situation if it gets weird. Because I'm telling you, this inheritance thing, it causes some intense emotions, and it's kind of annoying. Yeah, but shared resources as far as like working things out, negotiating. I feel like Capricorn energy, if it's not your energy, if you're not projecting that Capricorn killer instinct, boss instinct, then this person may just have some desires of some luxuries, or maybe want to take the rings and the jewelry, the fine china, and then you not really look too much into it because you're like, oh yeah, okay, for the sentimental value, and then you find out it's worth something because they're smart. It's just about, maybe if you didn't think properly, you can find a way to move on and move forward. And just be like, you know what? I should have looked it up. I'll take this L. It's cool. I'll move on, but now I know. Now I know about you. Now I know you can't be trusted. Now I know you're not a ride or die. Now I know who is a ride or die. You dig? Right? So that is when it comes to sharing and having to have responsibilities. Never let somebody else know more than you know. And if they do, you better get caught up. You better. All right? Because the intentions, the emotions are deep, and so you don't want a huge debacle just because you didn't want to read the fine print. Okay, so there it is. That's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. And if you'd like a personal reading for yourself, check out the description. There's a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop where I sell candles and gemstones and all sorts of metaphysical things. And yeah, so you should check that out. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.